Okay, wait.
Yeah, but
Okay.
before, go ahead.
Okay. Before I let you speak, let me speak first. Okay. Okay. Thank you again. As Tabitha already welcome everybody. And before I introduce our three speaker tonight, I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. Most of you probably know me already for the last two webinars that we have. And for those that just came tonight, again, my name is Mai Vang. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And before I introduce our three speakers, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. 30 years ago, 30 years ago, I had dreamed, I had do many business that so-called network marketing. And none of those that I have successful in them, but I never give up. And 2 years ago, my cousin shared this wonderful company called OnPassive to me, and that was first time that I heard about OnPassive. But then when I heard about it, and then I went online and I searched, and there's nothing that I could find online on YouTube. There's no videos, and there's no back office or anything. And then I just forget about it. And then I went on my vacation to Laos and to Thailand, and then I came back at the end of February, and then March, COVID came, and I was laid off from work, and I was sitting doing nothing. And then middle March, and then Chuka called me again, and he said, "Are you gonna be in or not?" And I said, "Well, I suppose maybe." And then I said, "Okay, go ahead and sign me in." And then he signed me in, and then I was like sitting on the fence for about a month, and I didn't do nothing. And I said, well, whether I do it or not, he already signed me in, so I better do something else. And then I start to go into YouTube, and then first thing I saw was Mike Ellis videos, and I watched them all. And then I go to the back office, and then I listen to Mr. Ash audios recorded, and I listen and listen, and I watched Scott Nelson's presentations, and I listened to the audios that Scott Nelson and Eric Green was interview Mr. Ash, and then I got excited, and then from that point on, then I start to share with my sister, only my sister at that time, and then that was like in July already. And then my sister to start to share, and then suddenly it's like a snowball was rolling down the hill. And then since then until now, our moon team is like, we have like over 10,000 accounts. And so I was glad that I took the action. And so this is my story, how I joined on passive. So the three speakers tonight that we have, and we also have several of our leadership council members are here as well. But if we have time after, then I will call their names to come and share a little bit about themselves too. But the first three three speakers that we have tonight would be, the first one would be Marty De Gamos, and then the second one was Mike Ellis, and then the third one was Dan Street. And they are very knowledgeable of what they do, and they are very unique, and they work very hard. And we're so glad that they are in the leadership council team, and we can call on them every time, and they come and help us, and they come and share very um very informative information with us because they have connection with Ash. And so that's what we like about them, and we want to hear from them. I follow them every webinar that they attend, and I enjoy listening to them. I learn a lot from them, and that's why I don't have much question to ask because I already know I from the webinar that they attend and they share. So from this point on, I would like to call Marty, and then after Marty's done talking, then just move on to Mike Ellis, and then after Mike Ellis, then Dan Street, and then once they are done, then I will come back and uh, call for questions. So Marty.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll try to be brief. You know me, and that's pretty hard for me, but I will try. About 17 years ago, I came online to look for a way to make an income. And I wanted to make a substantial amount of income because, you know, my grandchildren live with me, and I wound up on disability. So I started my journey, and it wasn't very pleasant in the beginning. I can't tell you what first business I was in, but I lost money, and a few years went by losing money. And I know what everybody's going to because I've been there. I have done that. If it's online, I've done it, or I've been part of it. About 10 years ago, which is hard to believe, but about 10 years ago, I realized that there's no magic wand. You have to learn how to drive traffic. You have to get people to your site, no matter what site it is. I don't even care what the product, it could be a book, it could be anything. You have to be able to drive people and eyes to your business. Whether you're an affiliate, whether it's email marketing, it doesn't matter. So yeah, you could buy solo ads, but it's a gamble. You don't know if they're good or bad. You could buy a list. Most of them are garbage. And the sad thing is businesses are really not set up for everyone to win. They're just not. They're set up for about 2 or 3% that make some money. And some of the 3% aren't telling the truth. They're not making residual income. If they stop recruiting, they stop making money. So I did start to learn a little bit about marketing, and then I met Dan Street. And soon after, I met Mike Ellis first, and then soon after Dan Street. And we all had different skills. There were things I could not do. I wasn't any good at it, and Mike was. And the same goes for Mike, and Dan was. So between the three of us, we were a pretty good marketer. Okay, I mean, everybody thinks it's one person when they hear Marty, Mike, Dan. Well, it's actually 3 different people. And so we were in business together. We built very big teams. It wasn't a problem. The problem became later is you could build a big team, but we couldn't bring anybody with us. We could not duplicate what we learned in 10 years or 15 years and hand it over to somebody that just started today. And I think that's where the problem lied. And I think that's where people in any business online, they get in, they listen to these gurus or the 2%, and they tell them, follow me and I'll make you you'll be a millionaire. And then if you don't succeed for the first couple of months, they tell you your dream isn't big enough. And if you don't succeed, then it's kind of like, well, you need to get 100 no's. You have to call people, make a list, harass your family. But I mean, that gets old, right? And it doesn't work long term. Now we could duplicate maybe 5 or 6 people, but 5 or 6 people, you're not going to make an income, not big enough. So then we figured, well, if we can bring in people faster than they quit, we could make money. But we didn't want to do that because I don't want to look in somebody's eyes and say, I'm going to help you, and I'm not. I wanted to, Mike wanted to, Dan wanted to. We could not duplicate what we were doing. And you won't believe the gadgets and systems that we made and would hand it to people, and they would take it and go, what is this Rubik's Cube, right? They had no idea what to even do with it. and I would take people through and how to market and how to do Facebook ads. And some of them wouldn't even call me back. It was not good. So thank God about a year, 2.5 years ago, I was starting to look around. I seriously was not going to do marketing online. Either that or we were going to create our own business small. But that's a lot of work. It takes a lot of money, and Dan's only got so much money. Okay. So he likes when I say that, but it was a lot of work. I think we could do it, but you know, I don't want to go there then. At that point, I'm in my upper 50s, and you know, so anyway, I ran in online. A real important thing online for all of you, and you know this, is finding somebody you trust, right? Not somebody that knows everything, because that's a lie. Even the people that you think know, they don't know anything. They're starving to death. So I ran into Red Redford and Peter Rogers, and you all know Red. And they were doing something. And I knew him for a couple of years, and I trusted Red, and I trusted this gentleman named Peter. And I said, what are you guys doing? And they said, we're doing something called OnPassive. And I asked simple questions. I did not have a lot of stuff I needed to know. I said, can you make money at it? Yes. Can anybody make money at it? Yes. Do you need any special skills? No. Do people have to know how to market? Because that was a big one for me. No. Is there an auto ship? No. Well, okay, now I'm wondering, this is too good to be true. So he said, everything's automated. The company does everything for you. You pay them to do the job for you. I was blown away. So I went, I didn't need a lot more details. If it's legit, I'll find out. So I said, how do I sign up? He told me. I signed up right then. I went back to Mike and Dan. I can't remember what I said. They signed up just so I would shut up, I think, really. I think they just said, okay, yeah, let's do it. But after that, like everything else we've done in 15 to 10 years, we looked at it really strong. We investigated what we thought it was, because OnPassive was kind of smoky. Wasn't really sure what it was. We didn't know Ash. I never saw a video of Ash like everyone else. And I said, let's find out what's up. So we did. To make a long story short, we found out what was going on. We learned what we could. We formed a group called OnPassive Nation, and we went to work. And we learned as we went, and eventually Ash came to us because he saw some disturbance over there in the OnPassive Nation group, and he wanted to see what was going on, because that's the kind of man he was. And myself, Mike, and Dan had a meeting and said he will come to us. And people think that's crazy, but it's exactly what was said. And a couple of months later, he called on the phone, and we had a meeting with him and found out, yes, he is one unique individual. I've never met anybody quite like him. Needless to say, 2.5 years later, we're still in. We absolutely love it. It's bigger than I thought. It's better than I thought. And Ash is that guy, 1 in a billion maybe, who has a big heart. He has the resources. He has the knowledge, and he wants to do it. He has zero greed in his body, zero. His biggest fights with people in his office and bankers and lawyers is, Ash, you're giving away too much money. I mean that. That's what kind of man we're dealing with. But the best way to understand this business of anybody I've ever met is Mike Ellis. He can take it all of it, and put it very neat, orderly. If you listen and you have a brain in your head and you're looking to make money online, you will sign up after you listen to Mike Ellis. It's just the way it is. I cannot do the presentation. You would be on here for 5 hours and have no clue what's going on. So let me turn it over to my friend and business partner, Mike Ellis.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. And that's a great introduction to OnPassive, Marty. And thanks for the introduction to me. Hopefully I do half as well as you think I can, Marty. Today we're here to do a presentation, and the presentation is for the new people that are here. We have a lot of founders here today, and we love our founders coming to the meeting and supporting everybody. But what I'm going to talk about right now, it's for the new people that are here, people that have just come in or just starting to explore OnPassive, and they're excited about OnPassive, but they're not quite sure why. And what I'd like to do in this presentation is give you a good understanding of what OnPassive is as a corporation. And then the most important part, what OnPassive can do for you. And again, this presentation, new people. And when you start to understand what OnPassive can do for you, what they're doing, how they're structured, and how they've been structured in a way to give you a way forward to take care of that bottom line, all of a sudden, a lot of people get very, very excited, not only about OnPassive, but what's going to be happening in their own lives. And that's really, really important. What we want to do, as Marty talked about earlier, we've done this for a very, very long time. And the hardest thing that we had to do with people or deal with people with is that we could not bring them along. We could not promise them that they could build wealth online over time. It was just rigged against them. With OnPassive, all of that has changed, and I'll get into that. So I want to start with the corporation of OnPassive. What is it? And why is that important to you? It's important to you because you want to know that OnPassive has tremendous longevity. If they're not around in a week, a month, a year, 10 years, you're not going to have time to develop wealth. With OnPassive, Ash Mufareh, who is the CEO of OnPassive, he's the brain trust behind OnPassive. The way he has structured OnPassive, it has tremendous longevity. As we look at OnPassive, OnPassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. These are digital products that are online. And all the products of OnPassive, they're proprietary, they're built from the ground up, they're the best of the best, they're superior at a lower price point. And I want you to keep that last phrase in the back of your mind. They're at a lower price point. Not only are they superior, but they're at a lower price point. So people are already using similar products online today, and they pay a monthly fee for those products. And when OnPassive goes into the global launch, and we're getting there very, very quickly right now, these products will come out, and because they're superior at a lower price point, people will rush into OnPassive to use these products. They're absolutely going to love them, and they don't have to pay as much. That's a win-win. Anytime you can build a better mousetrap, people will beat a path to your door. That's just the way it works. And Ash Mufareh and his team, and he has a team in Hyderabad. They're about 800 strong. He's got about 200 technicians that build all of these products for OnPassive. And these individuals, they are absolutely brilliant, both the guys and the gals. And the products that they're building, they are so far advanced, cutting edge technology. We're just in a very, very exciting place as OnPassive goes into that global launch. Now, the products of OnPassive, they are wide varying. They're anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, to a educational platform, HR platform, human resources platform that people can come in and manage their human resources product. Someone's playing with the screen, but that's okay. So the products are wide ranging, again, from traffic to a webinar service, very, very large portfolio of products. And because of that, OnPassive is putting us in a position to be able to come in, participate with OnPassive. And as OnPassive does what they do, they're giving us the ability to build wealth. Now, before I get into what OnPassive is going to do for all of us, I want to talk about volume, because volume is really, really important. There are a lot of people in OnPassive right now. Right now, we have a little over 1 million founders. And in order to give all of us the opportunity to build wealth, you have to do tremendous volume. And I want to talk about that very, very quickly, and I'll talk about it again as I get toward the end of the presentation. To start with, OnPassive, as they launch to the world, they will be a billion-dollar corporation. They will be a unicorn corporation. That's a company with a value of over $1 billion. That is massive. That has never been done in the history of business. It's never been done online. It's never been done anywhere. Really, really a big deal. And to talk about the volume of OnPassive, I want to talk about one product, and that product is the webinar product. Right now, we're on Zoom. That is a webinar platform. OnPassive will have a webinar platform as we go into the global launch to the world. Now, Zoom is antiquated technology. It's old technology. And yet in the last year, they've gone from revenue of 39 billion up to 139 billion. So their revenue has increased $100 billion. Every time I say that, I have to pause because it's such a large number. But that's what they've done. And as OnPassive launches to the world with their webinar platform, and I've talked to some technicians that are in OnPassive, they understand the market, they understand the technology that's online, and they nonchalantly say that OnPassive, they believe, will take away 90% of that market from Zoom and the 24 other webinar platforms that are out there. Now, if they do that, OnPassive is going to be bringing in, with this one product, $100 billion into OnPassive. And because Ash Mufareh has a heart to serve, he's going to share the majority of that wealth with us, the founding members of OnPassive. It's a really, really big deal what Ash has set up, the kind of volume that's going to be coming in. And when you look at it, you're going to be able to understand how that volume is going to change all of our lives, give us the opportunity to take care of those financial woes and get to a place where we don't even worry about finances. And that's where we all want to be. We don't want to worry about finances. So as we look at OnPassive, they are a massive corporation. There are a lot of moving parts. I recommend everybody that's here, whether you're new or not, to continue to explore OnPassive, because as you learn more about OnPassive and how it works, it just gets better and better and better. So as we look at OnPassive, what is OnPassive going to do for you? That's the main question. That's the only important question we have today. What is OnPassive going to do for me? What is it going to do for you? As we go into the global launch, OnPassive is going to go to work for all of us, okay? As we get into the global launch, OnPassive is going to come in for each and every one of us. They're going to build a marketing platform for all of us. And when they build that marketing platform, they're going to hook it up to AI. And remember, OnPassive AI, IT, artificial intelligence, informational technology. They're going to take the IT products, build the marketing platform for all of us. Then they're going to hook it up to AI. Why is that so important? It's important to know because when they hook it up to AI, all of a sudden your business becomes 100% automated. Now, I didn't say OnPassive was 100% passive. It's 100% automated. There are some things you're going to have to do, like go into your back office and pull the money out. That's not passive. That's very active, but that's a very enjoyable chore. But OnPassive, when they hook it up to the AI, the business becomes 100% automated. They're going to go back into their toolbox of tools, and they're going to pull out traffic. They're going to start driving traffic through the platform that they've built for you. As they do that, they're going to drive good qualified traffic to your site. And as people come in, and OnPassive is primarily a customer-based business, even though we have the privilege of participating with OnPassive. But as they drive traffic, get good qualified eyes in front of the products of OnPassive, and they come in and buy, OnPassive is going to manage all of this. You do not have to do this. OnPassive is going to bring the customers in. They're going to make the sale. They're going to manage the sale. They're going to manage the customer. They're going to manage everything about your business. So as customers come in and land in your organization, you're going to get paid for that, but you're not going to have to do any of the work. And the way we get paid in OnPassive, it's a lot like being a commissioned salesperson. You go out, you make a sale, $100, you get 10%, you'd make $10. OnPassive is a lot like that, except when people land underneath you, you didn't have to go out and make the sale, manage the customer, manage them as they come in. OnPassive is doing all of that. And as these customers land underneath us, you get paid. Okay, that's how we get paid. And that brings me to the volume again. You have to think about the sheer volume that OnPassive is going to be doing for all of us and the amount of customers that are going to be coming in and landing in our organization that we get paid from. When you understand that point, that bulb is going to go off and go, oh, this is a really, really big deal. And Ash, because of the way he structured it, he's made a way for you and I to participate with OnPassive and reap the benefits, because that's his heart. He wants to share the wealth. He wants to see people get to that place where they don't worry about finances. So as we think about OnPassive, how do we all come in and participate with OnPassive? Today, there is a position, it's called the founding position. I've mentioned that once before. The founding position is an early bird position. That position, the window for that position is closing very, very quickly right now, but you still have time. It's a $97 position. As you come in, you'll pay the $97. You'll pay it once. You'll never have to pay it again. And that locks you into the company of OnPassive. It locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive. It's a really, really powerful position. As we look at the founder position, just to start with, OnPassive does a couple of things. Number one, you're locked into the pay structure. That's a really, really big deal. Number two, as you come in, the founding members of OnPassive, they will get additional traffic more than those individuals coming after the hard launch of OnPassive. And traffic is the name of the game. The more traffic you can bring in, the more traffic that see your site, the more people will come in, the more sales you make, and you'll get there quicker to that place where you don't worry about finances. So the founding membership, it cuts time frames. Now, as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, we will all have to come into OnPassive and become customers. Why? As we come in and pay the fee to become the subscription fee, we get all the tools of OnPassive. These tools are what OnPassive is going to use to build the marketing platform, hook it up to AI, make it automated, drive traffic, and manage your business. You have to have these tools in order for OnPassive to go to work for you. But as we come in and pay the fee, and that fee is going to be between $200 and $300, we don't know exactly where yet. It's going to be somewhere in there, but we will all have to come in, and this is the second fee. We will all have to come in and pay that fee, whether it's $250 or $300. That again is a one-time fee. You will never have to pay it again. Done. It is a monthly fee, but the preceding months after that will be paid from the profits of OnPassive. So all of these fees that we pay, they're one-time fees. You will never have to pay them again. And the preceding payments will come from the profits of OnPassive. Really, really some cool things. So you come in, you pay the fee, you get the tools of OnPassive, they build the marketing platform for you, you go into the back office, you click a button, and you become an independent reseller of the IT product. Now, a lot of people hear that and they go, oh, I'm an independent reseller of the IT. Do I have to sell? No, you don't. That is a term that OnPassive has to give all of us to be able to pay us. It has to do with the regulations. OnPassive is a brick and mortar store. They are a massive corporation, and they have to follow the regulators throughout the world. And we are registered in over 200 countries throughout the world. And Ash is a stickler. He does everything these individuals want us to do. And that's why we click that button, become independent resellers, and from there, OnPassive can pay us. That's a really, really big deal. We all want to get paid. So let's talk about getting paid. Let's talk about volume just a little bit more. As we come in, OnPassive has already done everything for us. As we pay the subscription fee, we've got the tools. They built everything for us. What's going to happen with OnPassive? Again, this goes to volume. And I want to talk about 4 products of OnPassive. And again, this is 4 products. OnPassive has over 50 of them. But if we look at 4 products of OnPassive, you're going to understand the sheer volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive, okay? I want to talk about OConnect. OConnect is a webinar service. I want to talk about OStaff. That's the HR platform, human resources platform. I want to talk about, what's the other ones? OStaff, OConnect, OTraffic, and OAcademy. I have to look at a list from time to time. They just get out of my head. So it's OAcademy, OConnect, OStaff, and OTracker. When you look at these 4 products, and I have, the annual revenue that's brought in by other companies today is $483 billion a year, okay? That's a really, really big number. It's a massive number. 4 products. Again, there are over 50 products in OnPassive. If we think about taking 10 or 15 or 20% away from that marketplace, OnPassive will be doing billions and billions of dollars in business. And as we think about that, Ash sharing the wealth, we know Ash Mufareh is going to share the majority of the wealth. It could be 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth with those individuals who have come in and become founding members. And when you look at those 4 products and the amount of wealth that's going to be generated, it could be 50, 100, 200 billion dollars in wealth that's going to be shared with you and I. Now, when you think about the founding position and you think about the amount of wealth that's going to be coming in with OnPassive and how that's going to be shared with all of us, I can tell you there is not a founder here at the end of a year's time, I believe, you won't think about finances. And the reason you won't think about it is because you won't have to. Your financial needs will be taken care of. I'll add one more thing about volume. As we look at OnPassive, the pros have estimated that OnPassive will bring in 100 million customers the first year, 100 million customers. I've run the numbers on that. That is just staggering. But even more importantly, I believe, and many of the people that are here, Dan, Marty, and some others, we believe that OnPassive will bring in more than 100 million customers the first year. Again, you think about the volume of OnPassive and you're going to understand why those financial needs are going to be met for us. What I would recommend is you come in, become a founding member, and as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, let OnPassive go to work for you. This is what they do. This is how they've been structured. This is what Ash had in mind. And he wants to bring all of us along with him to enjoy this ride and find that financial, not only financial freedom, but find true liberty and freedom. And you can have that freedom spiritually, but if you want it physically, you've got to take care of that financial bottom line. OnPassive, again, it is global. OnPassive will never put any qualifications on you. And all I mean by that, they're never going to force you to sell, to share, to recruit. This is 100% automated. It's always going to be that way. And OnPassive is never going to cap the amount of money you can make by adding qualifications, because they don't add qualifications. OnPassive, 100% automated, global, a unicorn company, billion-dollar company that was made for you and I to come online and succeed. And Ash Mufareh guarantees that you and I, we will succeed, period. This is OnPassive. Come on in, again, become a founding member, and then continue to explore. I really do mean this. The more you know, the better it gets. Marty and Dan can testify to that. But this is the place to be to build wealth now. I'm going to turn it over to Dan. I always miss something, and Dan is just the best at coming in and adding those little things that I might have missed. Dan, come on in and let's hear what you have to say.
Well, I was trying to think about what you missed, Mike, and I couldn't find anything. And Marty did a great job. You did a great job. First of all, I'd like to thank Tabitha and Sukar and gosh, is it my bank? Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting us here tonight. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Colorado in the United States here, and I enjoy living near the mountains with my wife and son. And I recently retired from a 30-year career in the medical industry. I worked primarily with orthopedic surgeons, providing the implants for joint replacement and trauma surgeries. So while the work was rewarding and I was helping people restore people's health, I did not have the time freedom to plan all the other aspects of my life. I was on call, and my work and life revolved around the schedules of my surgeons. So that was, like I say, it was rewarding. It was rewarding financially. I helped a lot of people over the years, and it was just a great career. So I can't complain. But the timing was perfect for OnPassive. So Marty, Mike, and I developed this template that works basically with any online business. We just needed to find the right company and the right industry and the right opportunity. And OnPassive, as all of you know, most of you know here, is the one. We can actually help bring other people along with us, and that's a key. And Marty talks about that all the time. You know, you cannot bring anybody with you with all of the other businesses. One, because the businesses fail, so you can't bring them with you. And two, you can't duplicate what you're doing. So we implemented this strategy with OnPassive, and it worked like a charm. Our growth was very strong, And we developed some incredible relationships with some amazing people all around the world, including a lot of you that are here tonight that we've met. It's just amazing to me that we're talking to this group, a group from all over the world. It's a surreal experience. Now, as our journey continues with OnPassive, we're witnessing an explosion of this company right before our eyes, and the value keeps increasing, and our credibility is going through the roof. All of us that are sharing this with business, our credibility keeps increasing all the time. And as we grow in our knowledge and ability to share this business, the story keeps getting better and better. And OnPassive has attracted, as I said, some incredible individuals from all over the world, and many people continue to share and develop some of the most amazing presentations on this company that I've ever seen. It's so exciting to see how excited everybody in the world is getting about this company. It just gives me chills. So we're developing a lot of leaders in this company. Ash Mufareh has developed a contagious atmosphere, and he is unbelievable. And his desire to share his time and his passion and the knowledge and excitement he has for this company wherever he goes. And he is going all around the country right now in the United States. He's going, he's on the road. It's exciting. So I tell new people all the time, this is an extremely rare opportunity for you to achieve generational wealth. Michael's talking a little bit about the wealth. Oh my gosh, the volume, the customers that we're going to be bringing in are going to be put in underneath us that are creating volume and volume and volume, and we're getting commissions paid over and over and over again. We've got a company that's building that business for us. Whether we want to be active or passive, we can do either. We will be successful. I also tell new people that, a lot of people have never had success online in marketing, and me included in a lot of ways. I've been in a lot of companies and I haven't really had the success that I've desired to have. And I think a lot of you that are new here will be amazed when you realize how easy it is to share this business, because it is for real and it's not going anywhere. It's going to keep getting better, and we're light years ahead of any other competition. In fact, we don't have any competition. You hear Marty talking about that all the time. We have guaranteed, Ash says it, we have guaranteed success. And that's always been limited or reserved for those 2 or 3% up at the top in the online industry. Well, now it's for the 97%, and that's you and me. So this is your business and you will be successful, and there's no competition. And as you can tell, all three of us are excited tonight, and we thank you for the opportunity to share this. And we're here to answer any questions. I see Jeffrey there. He can answer questions just about good or better than anybody. And so we have a good team here to answer any questions you might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty and Mike, Ellis, and Dan. You give us so much information that I'm sure that our guests tonight will know about OnPassive, and hopefully they take action. So before we open for questions, I would like to call on Simons to come and speak a few words. Without Simons, it won't be Hmong OnPassive team here. So I would like to give this time to Simons to come and share a little bit about himself and talk about why OnPassive for him.
Thank you, Mike, for giving me this opportunity. First and foremost, I am so delighted to welcome Marty De Gamos, Mike Ellis, and Dan Street, the three guest speakers tonight, to join our Hmong OnPassive team around the world, plus Julie Nguyen, Jeffrey Murlock, and many other of the Leadership Council and all other fellow founders around the world beside our Hmong OnPassive team. Thank you so much for your precious time and your best presentation tonight, Marty De Gamos, Ellis, and Dan Street. Your participation tonight are very crucial to our Hmong OnPassive team around the world. So I am Simon He, living in the heartland of the USA in Denver, Colorado, the most colorful Colorado, beautiful Rocky Mountain in the heartland of the US. So welcome our three guest speakers tonight, that you did such an excellent job, excellent presentation to open my fellow Hmong OnPassive team around the world. So thank you so very much. And I believe that your presentation tonight will open our Hmong OnPassive team, open our eye, deepen our understanding about our greatest company of OnPassive in the world. And I really excited in joining OnPassive. When I first heard about OnPassive, I registered right away when I found out that OnPassive is legitimate, registered in Orlando, Florida, one of the AIIT technology company situated in this country, the greatest country in the world. And then I decided to share with my fellow Hmong across the world. So right now we have over 10,000 accounts of Hmong OnPassive fellow founder, include in the big family OnPassive fellow founder, more than 200 countries that my Ellis mentioned earlier. So I'm so fortunate, and I am so glad to have all the leadership council and all of the my fellow founder from diversity around the world, that you spend your precious time to coming in and to join our Hmong OnPassive team tonight. And this is the third night that we have English speaking with our Hmong OnPassive team. And it is really helpful, especially my fellow Hmong founder in Southeast Asia. They would like to learn how to read, write, and speak English. And I believe that it will really help them. So thank you so much, Marty De Gamos, Ellis, and Dan Street once again. Welcome to our Hmong OnPassive team tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, so next, I'm gonna open for questions, and this is what we're gonna do. For our guests, if you have questions, we ask that you raise your hand by going down to with the button say reaction, and then you will see, you click on there, you will see a hand raised, and just click on that icon, and then it will show that your hands is raised. And then when I call on you, then you just open your mic and your camera and start asking your questions. So Tabitha, can you help me look, as well, to see if any hands raised?
Tabitha, while we're waiting for the first people to come on with a question, Kay, you said you were starting to do the presentation. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I think tonight you did a wonderful and super presentation already. So I
Well, no. What I was going to say is, if you've done it once, the second time gets easier, and continue to do it. You'll get better and better and better. And you've got a really, really big audience, Kay. So work on it. learn the presentation and then give it. It really will help a lot of people. And I just wanted to tell you to keep going forward. The first one's always rough. It just gets better. And you've got a great smile, a great presentation. And as you do your presentation to people, they're going to be very, very receptive. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Okay, thank you. I
You're
will
welcome.
try my very best. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, is there any guests that have questions? I don't seem to see any hands raised. That
Okay,
means,
I saw 2 hands raised before, but it wasn't our time for questions, so I had to lower down their hands, but they can certainly put their hands back up. Liliana, if Liliana's a guest or a founder. Liliana, okay.
did you open her mic?
Okay, Liliana, can
Hold
you?
on, yes. Yes, I am a guest by, invited by Rita Simon, and I am a new person, like no clue with everything. So I just want to hear a little bit, even to how this business work for the benefit of a person like me who is still entering.
I'll start that off. You'll be able to get a copy of this webinar and listen to the presentation. You can write on passivenation@gmail.com and then listen to the presentation again. I'll give you a couple words, but I recommend you listen to the presentation. OnPassive AI IT company, very, very large company. They're going to go to work for you. This is unheard of. Nobody's ever done that before. And they're going to guarantee you will be successful. Okay. So those are the words I'll give you, but listen to the presentation and it'll explain how they're going to do that. But we can't do that. I can't spend another 20 minutes going over the presentation. So, but you're in an amazing place right now, and you will find a way forward to take care of those financial woes we all have. So hopefully that helped.
So does that answer your questions? Your mic is mute. Liliana, your mic is mute. We can't hear
Unmute
you.
yourself, Liliana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say he say I have to listen to the videos so I can learn a little bit from there. So that's what he say. Let me see how I gonna start, and then I will be, maybe next time I will have a clue to ask the question.
Did you have a pen or pencil to write down the email that Mike just gave?
No, I can write it down here. So hold on, let me just grab. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike, can you give it one more time?
Yeah, it's OnPassive. OnPassive Nation.
OnP.
Say again.
I have here OnP because you just went very fast. I cannot.
That's
get
okay.
all this.
It's OnPassive Nation, and it's spelled OnPassive
SSIVE.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nation NATIVE
Mm-hmm.
@gmail.com. And if you write Marty and ask for a copy of this webinar, Marty will send it to you, and you can listen to the whole presentation. And when you do, you'll have some good questions for us.
Well,
Leanna, I just put that address in the chat box too, if you want to look at it.
Thank you, Dan. I probably misspelled it.
Okay.
I might have too.
Right there, I can be able to maybe send my If you want, I can send my email
No,
down.
no, just write Marty at that address.
Okay. That's good then.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So next person is gonna be Rita. Rita, you can unmute your mic and then turn on your camera.
Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Maximo, somebody sent something. What's that? Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I sent. Yeah, I invited Lily. I invited Lily to come and attend the webinar. She is a new founder. So I just say, let her come and so that she can be able to listen. What is the question? Because she's new. What is the questions that would be like normally people ask, and the community that, you know, every day is there, like just to get to know how webinars are going. And so I'm happy to be here too. And still, I have some more that are coming to attend the webinar.
Are they coming to tonight, or they're gonna come? Do you plan to invite them for next time?
You know, like most of them, they're already founders. It's just like to come and know more about like the questions that people ask, because most of them they did not understand, like they did not really understand the OnPassive, so that they can be familiar with the questions and the answers that our leaders are giving, so that they can benefit from it more.
Okay, if they're already a founders, then we have a founder only webinar, which is on every Monday. Yeah, every Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So you can invite them or tell them to come to that webinar.
Yes, I told them, but I said let them also, because like there is questions that newcomers are asking, so that at least when there is the leaders are answered, so they have an idea of what what is OnPassive. Like every time when they attend, at least they understand more.
Yeah, they're more than welcome, Rita. We're glad you invited them, and yeah, have them come on and listen. The more the merrier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
So the next person's gonna be Abraham. So unmute your mic.
Abraham, can you, okay, unmute.
Yeah, do you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I'm very happy to be here. I'm from Bamako in Mali, that's West Africa, and it's 1 a.m. here. And all I want to say here is just a fascination. I'm very fascinated. I'm a founder, and you know, China is a very big people. It's a very rich culture. And what fascinates me is that this OnPassive family is really beyond cultures, beyond boundaries. And I'm not here to tell invitees whether they should come in, whether they should become founders or not. I'm just here to thank all the leadership council members who are in this webinar for their dedication to this great mission, and also to encourage all our founders who are in China, and to say that the best is still to come. At various levels, many teams are working. Some are in the field of technology, explaining how the products are organized, answering questions, and others are at the level of the cultural aspect, the spiritual aspect, to make sure that humanity is served. humanity is served. So that's just what I want to say. We are in a sort of bond, working very hard. And I think all of us will be very happy. Not necessarily because of the financial outcome, it was for the revolutionary, the revolution in which we are part of. So that's just what I wanted to say. I'm so emotional. It's the first time since I've been a member that I happen to find myself in a webinar in China. I've been in Arabic webinar, African webinar, so many, French, English, Papua New Guinea, Indian, but for China, it is a privilege. Ni hao. Thank you.
Yeah, Abraham, let me say a couple things. Number one, you just showed the heart of OnPassive. And I think that's absolutely awesome, really is. And is OnPassive all about the finances? No, it's not. OnPassive will go way, way beyond that. But I do want to say that OnPassive is going to start by filling everybody's pocket. That's really, really important. In order to have true freedom and liberty, you have to be financially independent. OnPassive is going to give us that ability to be financially independent, and then we can spread the love around the world. But initially, everybody here, let's fill those pockets. It's a very, very important part of OnPassive. It's not the most important part of passive, but I know everybody here thinks about the apples, the money, and that has to come, and it will. And from there, yeah, I just think we're going to change the world. And Abraham, your little presentation, it really does show the heart of OnPassive. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Abraham.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you also for your dedication. Thank you very much. Mike, thank you for admitting me. Thank you again. And I love all our founders in China and the people of China. Thank you again.
Thank you, Abraham, for sharing. Okay, anybody else? Well, Mike, I think you did a very good job that everybody is understanding.
I do have something to add that I forgot. And Kay, you always forget stuff. You always forget stuff. But I want to talk about the customers coming in very, very quickly. Okay. And it's important to understand that. As customers coming in, they're already paying for these products right now, and they pay a monthly fee. That's a really, really good thing. And when they come into OnPassive and use the tools of OnPassive, they're going to come in and pay a monthly fee. Okay. And they don't have any problem with that. They love the products, lower price point, superior. But what it does for us when they come in and they pay a monthly fee, all of a sudden, not only are you just creating an income, but you're creating residual income. Every month it comes in, month after month after month after month. And because of that, now all of us can start building wealth. That's where we want to be. We want to be able to build wealth and then share the love. And that's what OnPassive is going to allow all of us to do. So as you think about the massive amount of customers that are going to be coming in, understand that they pay a monthly fee. They have no problem in doing that because they've been doing it for years. They will pay the monthly fee, superior product, lower price point. And because of that, we get residual income. That's where we want to be. That's the key of all online marketing, building a residual income. OnPassive will allow us to do that, and then they'll allow us to build wealth. So I just wanted to add that very, very quickly.
Okay. Anyone else? Guess? Kat, is there any questions in the chat?
I think we have Richard on the hands raised, and then Cedric also hand raised.
Yeah, let's go to the chat, see if we have any guests for question first, because I think Richard and Cedric are both founders, and I think they want to share the insight about OnPassive.
Okay, I have one question, like in the chat. There's a person asked that can we visit the office in Florida, Orlando?
No. I mean, if you were invited, yeah, but I wouldn't just go visit there. A lot of times he's not there anyway. And if 50,000 people visit there, that won't be good. It's just an office. It's just him in an office. So I know he's expanding things, but I wouldn't go unannounced. If you could get a hold of someone, he said, yeah, okay, but I wouldn't just go there.
Okay, thank you. I think that's it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing in Hyderabad, guys. If you're from India and you want to visit the Hyderabad office, you cannot do that. Do not do that. You have to be invited to come in and tour the office. And a lot of that will be going on as we move forward in OnPassive. But unless you're invited, do not go.
Thank you.
I think earlier, I think I saw one question asking, saying that I think this is a founder questions, I think, about the 1 million. If let's say the fund once OnPassive reach 1 million founders, and once it's launched,
That it's a founder
questions. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. I have one question that usually the most asked question when we share OnPassive to the prospect or to people that don't know about OnPassive, they ask about, is OnPassive legal? Can you answer that question in case I'm guessing here that they want to know this question?
Okay, I'll start it off. Yeah, OnPassive is 100% legal. They're registered in over 200 countries. They've gone through all the hoops. They've done everything the regulators have asked them to do. So they're 100% legal, not only in the United States, but around the world. There's an interesting story that happened in India. And I don't know if I can tell this story or not. I'll probably have to save it for maybe the next meeting. Marty would know more whether I can tell the story or not. What happened in India with the government and the people there. I don't think I can share that on an open forum. Jeffrey's saying no. But once you hear that story as a founder, and we can share it just with founders, and I can't do it on this forum. Once you hear that story, you're going to understand not only is OnPassive legal, they are a behemoth. No one is going to mess with OnPassive, period. So the legal question, you don't have to worry about it, 100%. And Ash always says, clean, ethical, honest. That is what OnPassive is. That is what we are. And yeah, don't worry about whether we're legal. We are, and don't worry about the longevity. We're going to be here for decades.
Okay, thank you. Okay, is there any more guest questions? Okay, it looks like I don't see any hands raised.
Yeah, there was 2 hand raised.
Okay.
But I think they are founder.
Okay. Okay, so if there's no more questions for guests, then from guests, then let's I will start calling Sandra Flowers. Tabitha, you open the mic. Tabitha?
Please
Oh, there you
unmute.
go. Here you go.
Okay.
It wouldn't let me unmute, but there you go. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the floor. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to everyone. I reiterate what Mike, Dan, and Marty, they did great presentations. There's nothing else I can add to that. But I will say it's a privilege and an honor to join OnPassive. It's the best decision I ever made in my life. You know, it's a well-oiled machine, learning machine, and artificial intelligence. So you can't beat this. I mean, I have to thank Mr. Ashmafaro. I'll be thanking him, to my last breath. I say it all the time, for creating this epic platform for all of us. Again, Mike, Dan, and Marty, y'all reaffirmed why we have over 1 million founders. I done worked, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I worked for a lot of companies, and the one difference that I see by working all these other companies, I didn't have a CEO named Ash Mafar. He makes a big difference because he's a blessing in disguise. I've been looking for him for years. But one thing about it, we all come in for the money, of course, but that's a done deal. But what I love about it, like now, I'm in China. I done met so many people from all over the world. The humanity, the love that we have here. That's what I like, and I gain from joining OnPassive. Like I said, the apples and the money, that's a done deal. This meeting and forming new friendships all over the world. Who knew that I can get? I had 1 million friends all over the world. I never knew that. Just joining OnPassive. The search is over. What I'm trying to say, the search is over for all of us. We don't have to trade time for money anymore. If you're serious about your financial life, join OnPassive. My grandmother, like I quote my grandmother all the time with this: before I tell you something wrong, I won't tell you nothing at all. This is the best decision I ever made in my life. Soon as you sign your name on a dotted line, you automatically win. It's better than a lottery ticket. It can't be beat. So that's all I have to say. I'm so in it to win it. I love you all. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Okay, next we'll go to Richard.
Love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. I'd like to speak to the guests. A lot of people are listening to all this tech talk and this expert talk and everything. Let's go simple. When I first spoke with Ash, I told him, I don't know nothing about computers. He started to laugh. He says, guess who joined right before you? A blind man. Okay. I says, what are you talking about? He says, we've got blind people. We've got people that are deaf and mute. We have all kinds of people with disabilities. None of them understand any IT or tech and this and that. All they have to do is be able to have an email address and a password, and $97 plus $5 if they use a credit card, get themselves a founder's position, and forget the rest. Let them talk their IT, let them talk their technologies and all this and that. If you don't know none of it, it's okay. All you'll have to do is know how to put your email address and your password to sign into your back office and see the money flow. See all those apples and oranges just coming in. So don't break your heads. Stop breaking your heads. If you're like me, a simple person, just put that little $97 and the $5 and get yourself a founder's position and watch all those beautiful apples and oranges just come in. All you'll have to do is just sign into your office. Go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning, sign into your office. Oh my, where did they come from? Oh my, how come I got so many people? Don't worry about it. Your $97 is going to work. The company is going to do all the work. All you have to do is just sign in and collect and grab it and put it in your bank. And when you're finished taking care of yourself, all bless is in there. We all have a heart from God. He said to help each other, love thy neighbor, love thy enemy. Well, that's what we're going to do. Just like in World War II. On Christmas Day, the only day of the year, the enemy and the allies sat together and ate together. They had a meal together. They sat down and ate together, looking at each other. Well, why do we have to shoot each other?
Hey, Richard, let me stop you just for a second, please. I love your attitude. I really do. But I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Really, I've been doing it for 15 years. And it's not as simple as that. People have to understand what they're coming into. You just can't tell people to come in and sign up and they're going to get rich. You can't do that. I understand. No. Let me finish. I understand what you're saying, but understand the people that are new here, they want to know what they're getting into. And when you come in and make it that simplistic, that's just not the way it is. I understand what you're saying. I love your heart. I really do. But let's give people good, honest information that they can digest and then make the decision for themselves. But they do need information, Richard. They really do.
Yeah,
so
I understand that. All they have to do is go on YouTube.
And please be quick, because
this
is for guest founders. It's not for oration. Please.
Okay. Richard, you muted? Okay. Okay, should we go ahead and go on now?
No. Okay. Kisses and hugs to all of you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, next, I don't see any hand raised, so I'm just gonna call 2 more person to share their story a little bit. The next person I'm gonna call is Tu Yang. Are you here? Tu Yang, he is from Laos, and he is the one that translate the ebook into Laos language. So I would like to open his mic and share a little bit about why OnPassive for him. Tabitha, you okay?
Hello, everyone. Hello, my Ellis, Marty De Gamos, and Dan Street. Yes, I am Tu Yang. I'm from Laos. I am who translate the ebook English to Lao. And now I have 287 co-founder in my teams. I know OnPassive is the super unicorn company, and OnPassive is changing the world, all people in the world life. OnPassive is very important and all done for you and me and all the people who join with OnPassive. I hopefully OnPassive is changing my life. When I joined with OnPassive until now and next, my future will be a family that very, very perfect and give me the residual incomes to my family and children and next many people, right? And I understand OnPassive. No, OnPassive is the best one company for the business, online business. Then I'm become a co-founder with OnPassive at November 7, 2020. Mostly 1 year, right? Yeah, for now. And the last one, I would like to say thank you for our leadership council and the Hmong leaders. Especially, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Ash, that he's working hard for us. And I would like to say many, many blessings to you all. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too for sharing your stories. Okay, the next person that I'd like to call here would be Songpat Yang. I think he's also from Laos. Are you here tonight? Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Sompet. I'm from Vientiane, Laos. I joined OnPassive on January 2nd this year. And today I'm very, very proud to meet you on this Zoom. While we are here, I would like to take I would like to take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to you all. I think we are lucky and we were helped by the God, Mr. Asmufari. Mr. Asmufari bring us together and now we are a family on OnPassive. And from my side, before that, I just do some business LML2, but those business I feel or did not have any income. So at the time I decided I will not to do any more about the business online. But the end of last year, Mr. Tuyang tell me about this company, I mean OnPassive company. So I just listened to him, not so long, he talked to me and I not yet to join Zoom yet. So I decided to register to be a part of OnPassive. I can imagine about our life in the near future that is big change when after the OnPassive is open to the world. Since January till now, that is 10 months. 10 months, I am a part of OnPassive family. So I must thank Mr. Tu Yang and all the leaders concerned of the Hmong team. You have heard and tried to tell me everything about OnPassive. My team is growing day by day because you have deducted your wisdom and energy to help me and my team member. So one more time, I thank you, and thank you. I love you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Next, I think I saw a hand raised. Rita, are you a founder or are you a guest? Your mic is mute. Can you unmute your mic?
I think she spoke before or something?
No, I think she had her hand raised and then
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Unmute yourself, please. Rita.
Hi. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, I talked before because like one of my downliners came to talk, and I just want to let like other people know. I just want to say something a little bit about becoming a founder or how to register. I want to say something to encourage people who are coming as a visitors or like, yeah, just to encourage them. if I want, like, I'm going to say, like, when I heard about the OnPassive, I did not hesitate, you know. Why? Because I know what the founders is gonna do for me and my family. And the other reason that I came to join OnPassive, because I want something for myself. I want something for my family. I want something for people that I love, I support. I came from Africa, and Africa, like me right now here in Canada, whatever I am earning, I have to share it with people back home. And I am working 3 jobs. One job so that I can help my family back home, the other job so that at least I can pay with the bills and so. But since I start working in this country, I did not take a vacation that, you know, I'm going with my family for vacation. Why? Because I don't save money. I don't have money that I can save. I don't have money that I can get a ticket for my family. My family here in Canada. So until when, I ask myself, I say, until when I will be working like this, like 16 years now I'm working. And most of these jobs, they're all like, what do you call it? A lifting and all, like, you know, it's a physical job. How old am I to be continue working like this and I don't have something that, you know? So I did not hesitate. I did not hesitate at all to sign up for this business because my gut, and when I attended the webinar like this for guests, I knew that this is something for me. My family need it, I need it, and people that I love need this kind of a business. And all my thanks, believe me or not, from the bottom of my heart, go to somebody like Ash, that he thought he's not selfish. He thought of not himself, not for only his family, or maybe for close friends, but for people around the world who believe in him, believe in the system that he is. He brought it. I said, these are kind of the people that we need in this world. So if you are a guest, please don't hesitate. As all the leaders have mentioned that they need million people to be signing, and still people are signing. So please, if you are a guest in this webinar, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to this, because I say that this is an opportunity. If you miss it, you will never get it. So once you are in this webinar, believe me, God, you're here for purpose. It's not by chance, but for purpose. God choose you to come and attend and take this chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for
I'd just
sharing.
like to say one more thing, if I can.
Okay. Okay.
I heard you Rita say, if you miss it, you'll never get it again. Now that's true for a founder, but everybody, you got to understand that everybody in the entire world is going to know who OnPassive is. And there will always be an opportunity. We will continue to get all of these customers that come in on a regular basis. As Mike was saying, 100 million of them in the first year. And they will all have an opportunity to be an independent reseller of our products and be able to make a little bit of apples money on it. So there will always be an opportunity with OnPassive.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we are done with the questions. So I'm just gonna open I just wanted to invite or have some of the council leadership to unmute the mic and when I call their name, and just to say a few words. And because some of the people or founders and guests, so that they can know who they are. So the first person I call here would be Jeffrey Mola. Tabitha, you turn, okay.
There we go. Well, good evening. Good evening. Thank you so very much. Michael, man, I am loving what you did earlier. I think that's absolutely awesome. And I am so proud and glad to be here. I want to thank you, Tabitha. I certainly appreciate you hosting this. Sooker and Too Young, I can't say enough about the translations that you worked with us on. And by the way, for the founders that are here, we're up to 40 to 50 translations. They'll be available in the O Founders website when they come, when it launches here in a few, or goes online in a few days. Thank you so much. Marty, I loved hearing what you said. And you know what? You were talking about bringing people along. So I'm going to say, just like you did, don't forget, you can bring your family and friends along in OnPassive effortlessly, or doggone close to effortlessly. I mean, Michael had even said that there are a couple of things you got to do, but for the most part, 95% of us taking care of it for us. And that's simply because of the heart that's in it and with us. So learn about us. I know, Michael, I loved when you talked about longevity, you know, about OnPassive's staying power. I'm one of those people that fully believe, and I'm convinced that we're going to have more than 100 million, you know, the first year. But I loved when you talked about how we were going to be here for a lot of years. And if you think about our market cap, I mean, you're a marketer. You guys are excellent marketers. You know what our market cap is. It's everybody on the internet, close to 5 billion people. At 100 million a year, it's going to take us 50 years to get through anywhere near that. So we're going to be here for a long, long time. And Dan, if I'm not mistaken, you talked about the 97% that weren't and haven't been successful online. I was one of those. I did a couple of marketing things a couple of years before I ran into OnPassive, and then quit everything I was doing and solely OnPassive. So I know what you're talking about. And for those that also know, your success is guaranteed with us. So again, learn about us. And I also know that Cedric, you talked about Ash Mufara's heart, and Rita, I know you did too. And I'm going to tell you, I'm retired military, affiliated with 2 different military branches, got 30 years of management. I have never in my life met a man with a heart like Ash Mufara. I just never have. The man has changed my life even before we launch. So I'm telling you, guys, listen to what Mike, Dan, and Marty have said here. Revisit this webinar if you can. Learn about us and make a decision, because it can change your life as well. And that's really all I have to say is thank you, Dan and Mike and Marty, for the wonderful presentation here. All you guys, man, you guys are just, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So next would be Chris Johnson. Are you in the house?
I'm in the house. Hi, Mai Vang. How are you?
Good.
Number one, thank you for having this wonderful, beautiful meeting, which I love to come and listen to you talk. I love going to different countries and seeing different faces. But what I'm not seeing on here right now, I want everyone to look in their camera. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want to see a big smile. I want to see smiles, because we should all be smiling right now. And the guests on here, you're going to be smiling. You will be smiling. I promise you that. But remember where we're sitting right now. We just set a record, and maybe someone talked about it. I don't know. We set a record. We're going to be the first company ever to launch with over 1 million customers. I don't know about you, but I was pretty excited about that. I know I've waited just a year, where some of my what I call very close friends in here have waited 3 years for. I know they're excited, but I'm also grateful that they stuck with this, because if it wasn't for any of them, I don't think any of us would be here. But I look at your community, how big it's gotten. Very, very proud of what you guys have done and what you keep doing. I see a lot of wonderful people on here. And, you know, a lot of people, I'm going to say this, a lot of people get excited, oh, the leadership's here. You guys excite me. All right. When I come to these webinars, when I see you, I'm the one excited. All right. I'm the one that's excited. Seeing people stepping out of the box to do a presentation. What Mike said, he's probably one of the most honest guys that I've met, because he's telling you the truth. Yep, I miss things, he said. He's our best. He hates when I say that, but he's our best. But he's open enough to say, you know what, I'm going to forget something once in a while. And it's okay. It's okay to forget something once in a while, because I really believe when you join this company, it was for a reason. All right. You all know what that reason is. And you're sitting such in a good spot right now. And there's days I wake up every morning and the first thing going out of my eyes, I'm like, my God, I'm an average guy. I'm an average guy, part of a multi-billion-dollar company. And my God, thank you very much for letting me get into this. And I'm real appreciative to all the friends I've made for all over the world. But remember that the founders are the strongest foundation in this entire world. And IT in OnPassive stands for invincible together. That's what I say. IT is invincible together. And that's what we've done. We've brought the entire world together. Excuse me. Ash Mafara has brought the entire world together with the help of many beautiful people. But I'm very thankful to be here again. Once again, I can't say nothing else because these guys covered it all. But whatever they say, I times it by 10. And I love you all. And I want you just to keep smiling. Keep smiling because you're a presenter. You're all presenters. Just keep doing what you're doing and don't stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Okay, next, I'm gonna call Julie Nguyen. Is she still in the house?
Yes,
Julie?
hi. Hi. Thank you so much. I'm still in the house. I'm here. Everyone, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what industry you are in. Let's ask yourself a question. Who in the world is doing this for us? Who in the world do this for all of us? Created something and gave it away, just like that. I mean, there is over 1 million of us are here. We're here because for one, that main reason is this man, Mr. Ashmufar, decided to do this for the world, to do this, to leave the legacy for his family. But we get to come along with him. There are 2 videos. I don't know if you have heard about it. 2 videos out there, audio videos that I literally interview, you know, over 150 people. And the people that joined OnPassive in 2018 have told me how those 2 videos have brought them in, have actually give them the opportunity, and they're all here. And it's like, I wanted to actually being so thankful, appreciative to the people that been in OnPassive at the earlier time. Because of them, they see what OnPassive is about. They see what Mr. Ashmufar wanting to do, and they went out there and they shared it for all of us who came later on. So everyone, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter what industry you are in. It doesn't matter how long you've lived in this country. It doesn't matter where you are. OnPassive is made for all of us. And it is all started with Mr. Ashmufar, who has the heart, the big heart to share it with other people. We are now in the first millions. Imagine that you are in the millions of a giant tech company. You are in the millions. So now it is because all of us are here, see the blessings that we all receive, see the gift that we all receive. Celebrate because you have an opportunity to be here. Celebrate because someone in this world think about us. I mean, I celebrate every day because I feel very appreciative of the opportunity that I have. And, you know, get back with a person who actually share this with all of us. It's just because they know what it is. They shared it to us. We took the action and being here. So let's do that. Let's do that by celebrating, and let's do it by getting back with the person who shared that with us. And if you are here because you are not an OnPassive founders, you are very special people. You get invited to be in this giant tech company. No one ever in this world doing this for us. Ask yourself, does Apple, does Jeff Bezos, does Mark Zuckerberg, does Steve Jobs, any of those guys, have they ever invited any one of us to be part of their company? But yet we invited to be here. We invited to be here. So I'm just very thankful and very celebrative, you know, spirit, and just really appreciate it just to be part of OnPassive. So friends, if you are sitting on the fence, or if you're not sure what it is, just become a founder of OnPassive. Once you become a founder of OnPassive, come along and learn it with us. Come along and do this all with us. We all did. We started with day one where we just believe the person who invited us and just come in. But we are here now. Many of us right now just have a bigger smile every day in our faith. It's just because we believe in the person that shared it. We took the action and we are here coming along and learn it. You won't be able to understand all about OnPassive. You won't. You will never do, because it's continuously going. It's continuously, Mr. Ashmore continuously developing more OnPassive products. So just come along and say, I want to roll on my sleeves. I want to be here. I want to learn. And I want to come along with all those over 1 million people. Guys, it's time to actually celebrate, because it's here. And I already feel it. I already feel that OnPassive is right here. It's in my hand and it's been with me. So no other ways to do it. Just celebrate and continue to share OnPassive with each other. Leaders of Hmong team, you're doing an incredible job. I have such a pleasure to meet some of your leaders, Mr. Shao Mao and his wife, and then a few other people that came to the California event. I love it. Very exciting people, and always in a positive mood of sharing OnPassive with each other. So I wanted to congratulate you and thank you for taking other people come along with you. So thank you so much for letting me speak, and continues to be the superstars, Hmong team, Hmong leaders, and all the friends here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you so much for your encouraging words. Yes, indeed. I have watched those 2 videos that you mentioned, and I listened to a couple times in the beginning, like I said, and that's what got me excited and then keep me rolling. And so I was listening again yesterday that you post in the, in the back office. So I encourage everyone, if you have not listened to those 2 audios, and go in there and listen to Mr. Ash talk. And so it's very, very, very good. That's all I can say. So is there any more leadership council that I miss or that are in the house? I think, okay. Tabitha, did you see anyone? Or Ka, when you open the door?
I only know the one you know.
Okay. Okay, so then I think we are in close to the end. I saw Tim Dillon raise his hand. I know he's a founder. I think he wanted to share something. Tim, you can unmute your mic.
Okay, you can unmute your mic, Tim. Okay.
Thank you very much. My goodness, Jeffrey, Marty, Dan, Mike Ellis, you are so good at what you do. But I do have a question for you guys. How do you think O Connect is going to change our webinars? I think we have a big, I don't know, maybe you want to call it a speed bump, but there certainly is a problem with our Zoom webinars. And I believe that our inability to have the translation international translation in our Zooms at the present time is affecting the real goal of what they are. I might be wrong, but you know, Marty calls me Captain Kirk. Well, as Captain Kirk, we had little communicators that were able to translate any language. Klingon, Romulan, it didn't matter. Who the hell cares? It doesn't matter what language it is. But with OConnect, with an international translating module, these Zooms are going to become so much fun because everyone on the panel on the Zoom will understand every word from everyone in a basic knowledge of what they're talking about. I see that as amazing, absolutely huge. Talk about historical. Oh my goodness. As Cedric talks about, Mr. Flowers, he likes Martin Luther King. Well, I respect the man as well. I also see that communication saves a lot and changes a lot. And with international translation of our languages as we speak is going to have a huge impact on our future going forward. Hey, you know, 100 years ago, we had things, you know, the car came about, electricity, the phone. Being a history nut, I see these things. And what is going to happen in our future as we move forward? It's going to be incredible, people. Absolutely incredible what we have been brought to
Tim?
Be part of.
Yeah. Everything you're saying is 100% correct, but we don't want to overwhelm the new people here. If we get into a technical discussion of OConnect, you're gonna blow their mind. So let's keep focused on the new people.
I understand.
I love
Mike.
where you're at. I love where you're at, and you're 100% right. But let's not blow them away the first day.
Oh no, Mike. It's
Okay. Oh, okay. I think we are run out of time here too. So, I see that Simon has his hand raised. You want to conclude last word, Simon?
Yeah, I just have a question. Thank you. Well, I'm so glad that tonight we have a lot of our leadership council that they are working very hard to contribute to our company, especially with our CEO, Mr. Ashmore Foray. And then according to the information that the leadership council have been informed all of us. During the tour, Mr. Ashmore Foray, his family, and his team will stop in Colorado. So I am living in Denver, Colorado. Many of my Hmong fellow founders, especially in Southeast Asia, they asking me, do you have a chance to see Mr. Ashmore Foray? If you do, then we would like to hear from you to make sure that, yes, Mr. Ash Mufare is really the CEO, the owner of this greatest company OnPassive in the world. Then we will trust you, we will believe you. And I believe that if this leadership council, they can tell me where Mr. Ash Mufare will stop in Colorado. And I wish if I have a chance to have a picture with Mr. Ash Mufare to show my more than 10,000 fellow Hmong founders around the world, see that they will believe me, they will trust me, and it will really encourage them to share our company OnPassive, especially to my Hmong people living in the very steep mountain in Southeast Asia, China, Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, and Burma. So I would really appreciate if any of the leadership council tonight, you can give me the date, the time, or at least pass my word from the bottom of my heart to our greatest, the inventor, CEO of our company OnPassive. Thank you.
Hey, Simon, contact me through my email address, Simon. And I'll have more on Ash coming to Colorado as we get closer to that. And we'll see what we can do, Simon. Really, all of this is up to Ash Mufara. He's the one that schedules everything. But it's something we can run by him. And but if you'll contact me at my email address, and that's in the Leadership Council, my address is there. I'll stay in touch with you, Simon. I'm also in Colorado, so.
Thank you so much, my Ellis. I will contact you, and then especially since all the Leadership Council are here tonight, and I believe that if all of you pass my word to Mr. Ash Mufare, he will consider to give me a chance to have a picture with him when he stopped here in Colorado. Thank you, my Ellis, and thank you the rest of the Leadership Council that you spend your precious time to join our Hmong OnPassive team tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Last but not least, I still have one final person. I'm gonna give this time to Chuka to speak last, and maybe a closing our Zoom meeting tonight.
Okay, thank you. And I want to say my gratitude for all our Leadership Council members and then our special guests, our speakers for tonight. And thank you, all of you. I came to OnPassive by the invitation of Simon, who just spoke. He is my uncle. I'm married to her daughter, or in our cultures, would be my wife. It's related to him. And when he first called me on the telephone, he called me 3 times before I responded to be a founder. He called me once in May 2019, July 2019, September 2019. Each time I say, yes, I will be part of it. Give me more information. And he could not supply me enough information the first time, second time, and the third time I said, sign me in. I said, just sign me in, send me the link. So he sent me the link, I signed in. And then I watched, and at the time it was just I think there's the 2 minutes video that I saw. And then when I got in, I listened to the 2 videos, the 2 audios, and completely, I still did not understand. But I want to thank you, one of our leaders tonight, Jeffrey Moloch. Your book really, I would say to you that, in about 2 hours, I really concentrate on your book and I'm trying to understand what this business really means. And I think that your book really helped me to understand this company, what it's all about. Total internet solutions. And at some point, I have to, how is it possible? How is it gonna work? And then I start to listen more and listen to my Ellis, especially in your videos, and that helped me to really have a deeper understanding about how this works. And then your 4 points or 5 points that this is a self-sustaining company. This is a company will force for you to be successful, and that this is a customer business, and all these things. And so that helped me to really understand the business. We are not we are not just a small business, we are very, very big business. We are targeting the whole world. Those people who know how to use internet, everyone who uses internet will use our products. And I start to be convinced through, the book, ebook, and then my Ellis, your presentations. And then I went back to listen to Ash, and that makes sense. Each time he said, a click, and you just listen, and there's a click, and sign up, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. And I listened to those a couple of times, and I want to say to you that each time I drive, I listen to all your videos. On my work, after work, I learn about it, listen to it. And so I want to say to you that the reason I did it, it's not that it's my uncle, I accepted or joined it. I am a clergy person. I serve congregation in the past, and I know all of you, and all of you are very passionate. You love God, love Jesus. And I heard Mike talk about it, and thank you, Mike. I have Julie talk about it. And then I learned that Dr. Bill is also a clergy person. He was ordained a clergy person. And that just comfort me for me to really trust this company, that I am among good people who love and care for others, who love the Lord, who love sharing love and gift to other people. And so my uncle said to me, you're a pastor. With this company, you will have no challenge looking for fun to serve God, to build God's kingdom. And I thought about it, and I was skeptical. How is it possible? How's that possible for me? And I thought, well, it's my uncle, and he believed it. I trust him. I joined. And so now today, I want to say to you that with all these affirmations, this company, it's real. I want to say to everybody, to my guests, to my friend, that this is a real company. And I want to say those who still very skeptical that if you don't have to do anything, how are you going to make money? We have engineers, we have, PhD people, we have people who are technicals, who are, computer scientists. These are people who built this company. These are the people who put this company together. And these are the people who use new technology, AI, information, artificial intelligence, and machine learnings to build a company that have never been done before. And so I trust how we have Facebook, how we have YouTube, how we have other technologies. And I know that new thing is possible. And so for that reason, I signed all my kids, my family. And so we are a part of Total Families, not only Total Solution, Internet Solution, Total Family being a part of this company. So I want to invite all of you who are our guests to come and to do your due diligence. If you want to make any comments or say anything negative to this company, I want you to invite to listen to all the video, do your due diligence, and make your comment based on those facts that you found. And so with that, I want to thank you, everyone, and thank you for all your being here. Thank you, our leaders. We are so fortunate to have you joining us. And we will continue our Zoom every Monday. And so I will keep sending my invitation to you. And so each time I will be inviting you to come. And so I hope that you will accept my invitation to be our guest each time. And then the rest of you come anytime. You are always welcome to the Hmong webinar. So thank you very much, everyone. And God bless you all. See you next time. Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Bye-bye.